We live in an era where the internet and the phone in your pocket make us more well-known than ever historically. These early cybercafes were the first places where that global digital connection became a physical reality. But that connection brought a specific price. We've been lulled into a false sense of how easily fame is achieved. A talent show mentality where we believe that if you just get discovered, a record contract is the inevitable next step. Yet, as everything becomes instantly accessible, we are moving in the opposite direction emotionally, experiencing a pervasive societal malaise. This rising malaise tracks with a broader shift. We have moved away from spiritually based foundations, operating under the assumption that we can replace traditional meaning with nothing but a belief in our own individual capacity to succeed. For most of us, that trade hasn't worked. Our technological reach hasn't fulfilled us. It has only replaced a sense of purpose with an exhausting, feigned busyness. Because we are constantly busy, our attention span is in severe decline. We have become a less thoughtful society, more comfortable with noise than with actual reflection. If you ask a class of young people to sit in total silence for just 60 seconds, you can see the result. The discomfort is immediate. They aren't just bored. They are distinctly unsettled by the lack of input. That discomfort stems from our fantasy plans, the delusion that we can develop into happy, integrated people without doing any of the actual, difficult internal work. Silence is a mirror. It forces a confrontation between those grand fantasies and the reality of our effort, exposing the uncomfortable gap where our undeveloped potential still sits. We often confuse a Google search with actual understanding. We believe that because a topic is instantly accessible, it is also instantly understandable. True knowledge functions like financial wealth. You must plan, save, invest, and take risks. In the mind, saving means hoarding focused time and study. Then comes the risk phase, applying that hoarded knowledge in the real world, where practice is the only way forward. Without this long-term investment, the information we find online is just data. It isn't knowledge until it has been tempered by time and effort. The internet tricks us into believing we are all natural leaders. In reality, most of us lack personal leadership and must be led. We have become a society of followers. Simply by being born, you have already won the lottery of existence. You have been given the baseline potential of a mind and a soul. But potential is not a finished product. The cosmos does not normally reward undeveloped spontaneity. It rewards what you actually build. The only way to make yourself distinct is the 10,000-hour rule. You have to put in those hours of practice, even when it is uncomfortable. Uniqueness isn't something you are born with. It is something you forge through thousands of hours of deliberate friction. For most of history, human life was governed by the seasons and the weather. There was a natural rhythm of heavy exertion and necessary rest. Today, we ignore that rhythm. We use technology to work longer, artificially lit hours in the winter, convinced we are more productive by overriding our biology. But we have to ask ourselves, has this constant interruption of our natural rhythm actually improved our lives, or if it has simply increased our exhaustion? We need time to reflect if we want to rejuvenate. Without it, we are just running on a treadmill that eventually wears us down. The antidote is to turn critical thinking into a daily practice. It is a skill that must be nurtured like any other. We have to actively ponder what we are reading and hearing. We must ask, does this seem truthful and rational? If not, we have to research and question more. Thoughtfulness is not a passive trait. It is a muscle. If you don't exercise it, you lose the ability to think for yourself. Lewis Howes suggests that fulfillment is found in progress, growth, and the constant work of developing oneself into something better. Don't be a wage slave to the reports of others. Rest, reflect, and then proceed with your mission. All truth lies within, but you have to do the work to find it.